So guys, welcome back to the channel. So what I'm going to do now, so we all know that BMW doesn't want to make boost, and Lorenzo gave me quite a good idea. So what we're going to do is we're going to go we're going to buy a manual boost controller, because with that I can know for sure it is something software and not a hardware problem. Because like I did do a leak down test and everything on the boost part, but maybe I've got like a faulty wastegate, maybe the wastegate is leaking between the wastegate and the manifold. There's a bunch of stuff I can't test to just the compressor. But if I can get a manual boost controller, set the JB4 to like, let's say 20 or 24 psi, so it is expecting high boost, and not completely crank open the manual boost controller, but like turn it up quite a bit, drive, and remember I can just stop, open it up a bit more and see how much I'm boosting every time. Just stop, turn it up a bit, you know what I mean, and see if we're actually building boost. Because if we are building boost with the manual boost controller, then it's definitely probably the solenoid. I think it is probably the solenoid, the boost controller solenoid that's just fact completely. First we gotta get some petrol for the Citroen. Spin it. Woo! Listen to that sound. Woo! Too fast for you. These guys here on the right have got some cool cars. It's like modified Volvos and stuff. Not that you can see it now, but trust me. Let's get some petrol. We need some go-go juice for this car. Okay, so this is going to be what we're going to use now, just to see. So there's the manual boost controller. It's just on a half a turn at the moment. And then I'm going to turn it up a bit by bit, just to see if it goes up. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take the JB4, set it to 20 psi. That's just on half a turn now. I'm going to drive, see what it boosts, and keep turning it up and see if it actually goes up to like 20. So I don't want it to go crazy. I just want to see if the car can hold 20 psi. But like I said, I did do a test. There's no leaks between here and there, but I don't know if the manifold between the turbo is leaking or if the wastegate's leaking. If the wastegate's even maybe broken, I don't know. So the car's just warming up. Then we're going to take her out and we're going to do a little by little just to see how much it's boosting. Yeah. So I've only got the boost controller a half a turn open, so it shouldn't make a lot of boost. I don't know how much boost the manual boost controller, I don't even know how much half a turn means, because I've never used the manual one before. This is the first time, so we're gonna learn together. Yeah. Let's see. While it's boosting now, I can tell you that was okay. I think what we should do is we should start logging. Okay, so I think we're not making 20, but okay, this thing is not slow. Okay, so it's definitely a problem with the computer, because that was, we can check the logs at home, but that was 17 psi in second gear, and we went to 20 and third gear. And I think the reason it went to 20 and third gear is because it's a longer gear, so you can put more strain on the yeah, sorry, my brain is like everywhere now. I just want to see if there's any codes, because there might be, because I'm not using the actual solenoid, and it might have ran a bit lean. No, it didn't. Okay, but we'll make sure. But that seems fine, and it's pulling, so it's definitely the JB4 or the solenoid, because that was a lot of boost. That was a hell of a lot of boost. We went all the way to 20, and I forgot that felt. Holy shit! And that thing goes 30 psi, 20 psi. It puts you in your seat, eh? The car's quite a bit faster now than it was at 6 or 7. Okay, I'm glad to know there's definitely no leak. So now, well, I had a decent idea there wasn't a leak, but now I know it's not. There's not a leak between the turbo and the wastegate. There's not a leak between not the turbo and the wastegate, between the manifold and the wastegate, or the manifold and the turbo. So that means it has to be an ECU problem. There's no other. It's either the JB4 that's wrong and broken, maybe the anti-lag chip, because that's a new thing I installed, or it could be the solenoid. So I think the first thing to change is the solenoid. Let's listen to a little dumpy. Okay, cool, I'm really glad. Okay, now I hope you can hear me because this car is loud and I just wanted to circulate a bit of oil before I switch it off. Okay, but let's check the graphs. Roto Potato. At 5,500 RPM we were at 14 PSI. Now I'm not even going to look at target because remember we're not using the solenoid, we're using manual just to check. The car made a total of 16 PSI in second gear and there I came off throttle. I want to see what she did when I actually like pulled out the third gear. Yeah, we made 16 PSI in third gear. Okay, so it went to 19 because I went off of throttle, so throttle closure it's going to be higher. That's just how it is. Okay, so that's 16 PSI in third gear, which is, I mean, it's just an half a turn. That thing can open a lot more, so it holds boost. The problem, you see, that was 16 and it pulled like that. Remember, I haven't felt the turbo since, so I blew the turbo when it was a 61mm, now it's a 67mm, and I haven't had proper boost since I put on this turbo. So this is the first time I've sort of felt the turbo, so it's quite good. Yeah, so everything is sharp, the car was fine, there's no problems, and it's making boost. The problem is the freaking, I think it's the solenoid. So what I'm going to have to do is, end of this month, order a new solenoid. I'm going to drive it with the manual one, because she's a lot of fun. I like the boost. I'm not going to lose the boost now and put the shit thing back if it's working. So I'll buy a brand new solenoid, put it in, and then I'll take the manual controller out. But yeah. Okay, so remember when I was testing the car, I put on my old intercooler, the 5-inch, because I wasn't sure if this intercooler had a problem. But I know the car holds boost and everything, so I'm going to put the 2-step intercooler back now. It should be in the car somewhere. I think it's there in the back. So we're going to lift the car up, put the bigger intercooler back in, and then we just have to order the solenoid. But I'm pretty sure it's that. Big 7.5 2-step intercooler installed. The car is making boost, no problems. Now it's just to find a new solenoid. So in the next one, we're either going to do the MET install, because now I know I can install the MET, the car can hold boost. I just need a solenoid and MET, but I already have the MET, so why not install it? Or the next one is going to be me installing the new solenoid and getting this thing to boost properly. Yes. I need a new bumper too, look at that, that's not pretty. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one.